morning, students. This is S. Panchal Reddy. I will teach you RFIC subject to you in this semester. So, RFIC means Radio Frequency Integrated Circuits. That means the ICs which are operated at radio frequencies are called RFICs. So, RFIC is very important nowadays due to rapid developments in RF frequency technology. So, IC that is operated at radio frequency is called RFIC. In this subject, I will going to teach you what is RFIC, what are design steps of RFIC, what are the technology that is used for the RFIC fabrication. So design various design challenge issues present in the RFIC fabrication process. Okay. So our subject is RF integrated circuits. In this semester, RF integrated circuits. So, first unit, introduction to RF systems. What is RF system? The systems which are operated at radio frequencies are called RF systems. In RF system, it basically consists of transmitter, receiver. There is some space between transmitter and receiver. In transmitter, we have transmitting antenna. In receiver, we have receiving antenna. So, in total, the RF system is used to transmit RF signals and are also used to receive the RF signals. So, in between transmitter and receiver, how signal is propagated. That is also we are going to study in this introduction to RF systems. So, first topic, basic architectures of RF system. What is the basic architecture? What are the building blocks of the RF system? Next, transmission media and reflections. The medium between transmitter and receiver is called transmission medium. How it affects the wave propagation from transmitter to receiver. How wave undergoes transmission or reflection or attenuation in between the transmitter and receiver, and also reflections. So, what is reflection? The signal reflected from the receiving antenna towards the transmitting antenna, that is reflections. So, what are reflections and how to avoid reflections? What are conditions to avoid reflections? We are going to study in this topic. Next, maximum power transfer theorem. So, what is condition to transfer maximum power from the transmitter to receiver or from source to the load? So, already we studied in network analysis what is maximum power transfer theorem. So, same theorem here I will repeat. Next, passive RLC networks. So, passive component means it does not require any power supply. It does not require any power supply. So, resistor, inductor, capacitor are the examples of passive elements. Whereas active elements means that require some supply. Where a passive component does not need any power supply, but it consumes power. Resistor consumes power, whereas inductor stores energy in magnetic field, capacitor will store energy in electrostatic field. So, in this passive RLC network, first I will teach you parallel RLC tank circuit and its quality factor. After that, series RLC network. Why this parallel RLC network is called tank? Tank means it stores energy like water tank. Water tank will store the water. RLC network will store the energy So there is a very good similarity between these two. Hence, this RLC circuit is also called tank circuit. What is main result means it stores energy like water tank which stores water. Next, matching. If there is a mismatch between load and source, if there is any mismatch between load and source, there will be reflections. The reflections indicate wastage of the power. Reflections indicates wastage of power. So for example, if we transmit 2 watts of power, so 1 watt of power is delivered to the load, 1 watt of power is reflected, means 50% of power is delivered to the load and remaining 50% is wasted as the reflections due to mismatch between the source and load. How to avoid this problem? To avoid this problem, we need to introduce matching network between the source and load. Here matching network is a network which matches the load impedance to the source impedance. So while designing matching network, we need to remember one very important point, that is we need to design the matching network in such a way that it does not consume any power. That means the matching network must be lossless network. We need to design the matching network in such a way that it will not consume any power. So how to design lossless matching network means by using lossless elements. By using lossless elements. Best example, ideal transformer. Ideal transformer is the lossless element. But what is difficulty with transformer, ideal transformer means it is very difficult to design ideal transformer. So there are some other networks also possible to design matching network in order to avoid the losses. So mainly there are 2 types of matching network, pi network and T network. The name itself represents the shape of arrangement of the components in that network. If the shape of the arrangements of network are in pi shape, that matching network is called pi network. If shape of the arrangement of elements are like a T network, so it is called T match network. So matching networks are introduced between load and source to reduce the mismatches and to maximize the power delivered to the load. Power delivered to the load. Next, last, passive IC components, interconnects. In that, best example for passive IC component interconnects, resistors, capacitors, inductors. What is resistor? It opposes the flow of electrons in conducting medium. So what is capacitor? It stores energy in electrostatic field. What is inductor? It also stores energy in magnetic field. So what is skin effect? The tendency of the alternating current to confine to the skin of the conductor, that means surface of the conductor. So due to skin effect, the most of the AC current will pass only along the surface of the conductor, only along the surface of the conductor. So that is called skin effect. There is some formulas to calculate depth of the penetration or skin depth, which is denoted by symbol del. So, therefore, skin effect is the tendency of the AC current to confine to the surface of the conductor, I think these are the syllabus of first unit. First one, basic architectures of RF system, transmission media and reflections, maximum power transfer theorem, and passive RLC networks, matching networks, passive IC components. Next, textbooks, reference textbooks. First textbook, The Design of CMOS Radio Frequency Integrated Circuits by Thomas H. Lee, Cambridge Press. So why it is called CMOS technology means we are using CMOS technology to fabricate RFICs. So hence CMOS radio frequency integrated circuits. So most of the syllabus will cover the Thomas Lee textbook. If you want, you can also refer RF Micro Electronics by Rajavi. Okay, so please refer these two textbooks for RFIC subject. So best textbook which covers most of the syllabus is the CMOS radio frequency integrated circuits by Thomas H. Lee. So soft copy is also available in the net. So download the textbook and go through that textbook to understand the basics of the RFIC technology. So some textbooks refer that Razavi also. So RF microwave electronics. Okay. Thank you for all.